at the beginning of this year, I needed to really grow my business. And one of the things that I thought about doing was going to networking events. So I started going to a lot of networking events around January, February, just to try them out. And I learned some really great things from going to them over the past couple months that I wanted to pass on to you. Now, my business hasn't grown too much by going through networking events, but there's a key thing about networking events that it just takes time. You have to keep showing up again and again and keep showing up in front of the people that you're talking to, much like you do online, much like you do in other communities you're part of. If you don't keep showing up, then they have no reason to refer business to you. But there's three things that I really took away from being in a networking event environment for many different months. And one of those things is that when you go to a networking event, you have to go to as many as you can, and you need to find the ones that you vibe with, the ones that you really kind of like the people there, that you get along with them, that match what you're trying to achieve, and that really importantly don't have anybody like you that do what you do in the networking event. That was one of the biggest ones that I learned, which is you have to kind of choose one thing that you do and promote that one thing, because when you're in a networking event, there are many people that can be doing many different things. And if you are doing graphic design and somebody else is doing graphic design, then you are at a disadvantage because they are, if that person has been in that networking group for a while, they're not going to want another graphic designer. So maybe you don't do graphic design, but you do email marketing. If you do those two separate things, choose one or the other based on what spot is not filled in the networking group. Um, One of the other things that I learned, and this is a recent learning for me, is that instead of just grabbing business cards and not doing anything with them and or going to the networking event and just talking to people, go to the networking event and grab as many business cards as you can and then follow up with every single person there and try to get a one-on-one with them to talk about your business and talk about their business and try and find ways that you guys can work together, collaborate with each other, and ways that your businesses kind of add value to each other. Sometimes that's not going to be apparent immediately, but the value that you could add is by referring somebody you know to them or by helping them figure out something about their business. And the value they can add to you is using their services, or you can they can refer people to you, but it only comes with building that relationship. And that's kind of across the board something that I've started to learn for everything I'm doing in my business, which is it's all based around relationships. And so in all of the communities you're part of, which is potentially a lot, you have to put in the effort and the intentional time to really try and build relationships with people in those communities and see where those relationships take you. Because every single time I've done that, it's always led to more growth for my business. Almost every job that I've gotten has come because of a community I'm a part of in some way, shape, or form. And so I just didn't realize the things that I was doing and the things that I could be doing better until I started going to networking groups. And so those are like the three main things that I learned from the networking groups, which is go to as many as you can, find the ones that you really vibe with. Then when you find the ones that you vibe with, talk about only one thing that you're really good at. And then when you've done that and you found your spot, go to them and grab as many business cards as you can and reach out to every single person there for a one on one so that you can see if you guys can work together, if you guys fit together, learn more about the networking group. All of those things happen in a one on one, and it's really worth your time. It's a little bit unscalable, but if you can do it, building those relationships one on one is much better than trying to do it in the group when everybody's promoting their businesses. So that's what I would do if I were you going to networking groups from the beginning. And so I'm going to continue going to networking groups. And as I learn more and more and see how it grows my business, I will share more of my learnings with you guys. But until then, go to networking groups if you're trying to grow a business and see how they can actually support you instead of hiding from them, because I feel like a lot of people hide from them due to their bad rap. But networking groups are actually really, really good for getting really quick relationships built so that maybe you can get some business a little bit quicker than you ever expected. So try out networking groups. Let me know how it goes. And if you've gone to networking groups before, leave your experiences down in the comments below, your strategies down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing too. And I'm going to be trying to make a little bit more of these business focused videos too, so I can share both editing, email marketing, and business focused videos with you guys. And you all can learn with me as I learn about how I'm growing my business. And so maybe it helps you guys too.